This is Poet the Poet. Hi, I'm Robert Dunn. I get the host because I've been doing it for so long I can't imagine anybody else doing it. And as is traditional, we have two fascinating guests here in our location. We're at the Orange Bear today on Murray Street. Well, there'll be surprises. I mean, there are always surprises. I'll be surprised myself, I think. Anyway, come down to the Orange Bear and enjoy all the shows like us. And our guests, yes, we have Rosetta Capotorto from the Bronx, I believe.
That's right.
We'll get to that in a moment. Yay, Bronx. And we also have Catherine Pritchard, plus guitar, from Manhattan. And I guess you can figure out there's going to be music today. So that will be pleasant for all concerned. But we're going to start with Rosette and find out what makes her tick, at least in poetry circles. And I have a bio here that is totally incomprehensible. So I
have to talk.
You can help me out with that. Publications. What is this Broken Hips, first of all?
Broken Hips was an article. Actually, early in my writing career, I did oral history with a friend of mine, Kathleen Walsh Darcy, and that was some of the culmination of that work was of oral history of women in nursing homes. So it had a really particular.
I had a feeling that it was going to turn out to be a play.
It should be a play, and we have actually performed it as a play, but a reading play, a staged reading. Many times, but
you do fiction reviews.
I do fiction. Actually, I went from fiction reviews to fiction, but I'm not reading fiction today, and that's what I was known as.
Do you review your own fiction, or is that a conflict of
Never. Totally a conflict of interest. Yeah.
Let's see. In Praise of Attitude.
That piece was published by my paisans via Voices in Italian Americana, and it's a piece about growing up in the Bronx. It's a piece about racism, and it's about valuing our attitudes but not letting it take over our lives.
Let's see.
There you go.
Let's see. Mother of a Priest.
That's a poem that I am not reading on TV.
That's good. I guess she must have.
No, I'm a little. It's one of those things that. No, I think it's a very good poem, and it should have been coming out. And the publisher, I don't know what happened. Something happened. They're temporarily in hiatus.
No, it'll be along.
But it will be along, is what I hear. So.
Oh, and look, you have one in our magazine.
Yes, I do. Should I read that?
Medicinal purposes. I can always rent it to you.
I can open with that if you like.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. That's called The Cook, because I place myself in the kitchens in many places. I used to cook, but the skill passed out of my fingers, went down the drain, along with my silver spoon, the day my finger bled and wouldn't stop. My sister thought I was dead, there was so much blood, but 7 stitches later, I was fine, just didn't want to cook anymore. Served myself takeout dinners, plastic spoons and cups and knives, but in my 50th year, I woke one middle of the night, stepped barefoot into the kitchen, lights blazing, I began. Chop, dice, stir, fry, simmer, yes, it all came back. I cooked for scent and color, measured nothing but my appetite. There you go.
Now tell me the truth, in terms of cooking, have either of you ever burned the cornflakes?
No. Cornflakes? They come out of a box, and I'm a mom, so I have tons of.
I assure you,
cornflakes are not the most popular cereal.
I used to date a woman who did consistently. It was amazing.
Used to is the operative phrase.
All right, what else is on the menu today?
The menu is right.
Yes.
This is another poem that I guess takes place in the kitchen, and all I ever say about this poem is it's not about my mother.
Does she believe you?
No. Why should she? A little creature crawls into the house one day, changes things little by little. The creature is furry, could be called cute, though my mother would not say so. She'd get out the rake and the broom and the mop, chase the little thing around the house till she killed it or it ran away due to the hostile environment. I never noticed the creature, barely see that the refrigerator has shifted 6 inches to the left. Never noticed the coffee cans under the sink have grown fur and little nubs where tails are about to sprout.
What sort of creature is this?
I don't know. It's under my kitchen. It's about not doing spring cleaning, I guess, or something.
Do you have any creatures in your kitchen?
Well, I don't like to talk about them.
See?
Guest, perhaps? Oh, dear.
The untold secrets.
Let's see. Foods, kitchens,
Mothers,
creatures.
Mom.
Well, I wouldn't presume to say anybody's mother was a creature. Although I could think of a few, but that's another story altogether. Speaking of which.
Okay, so I, as well as talking about my mother, I am also a mother. You know, a mother in the biological sense of the word.
Okay.
And this is a poem. So when you're a mother, you have to deal with school and other little kids and stuff like that. And this is called Valentine's Party. Actually, 95. The boys bang the girls and a mother yells, "Stop!" Takes the sticks from their hands, offers them pretzels and carrots, the little ones that you don't have to peel. The girls sit in a row, cut paper hearts for Valentines. The boys get hold of Barbie, spread her legs and grin. Ken gets his too, decapitated and his legs pulled from their sockets. The girls make a sign in blue letters, girls only, declare a quiet zone or a somewhat quiet zone. They are 6 years old. One girl among them is fierce, a lion, now a dinosaur. She stomps through the room, breathing fire. He kicked me, he hit me in the head, he got me in the stomach. A mother makes a peace sign behind her back, stay away from him, you know what boys are. A mother doesn't say, hit him back, punch him, kick him, stomp him, poke him in the eye, get 2 girlfriends and show him how it feels. A mother doesn't think, to hell with pacifism, give her daughter a gun and say, shoot.
You know, we used to have parties like that at the fraternity. You probably had a few yourself.
No fraternity, no sorority.
Oh, heck! How did you get into the poetry racket anyway? I mean, I'm listening to this stuff and going.
She's honey. I don't know. I think I had like some sort of conversion experience because I really was a prose writer on the poetry circuit, writing very short prose.
Yeah.
Because you have to, be able to get up and read something.
All right, so you were on the road to Damascus, Pennsylvania, and then
what happened?
Suddenly there was a blinding light that said, write poems.
Yeah, basically.
And some of us had to go to school for this. That sort of thing. What else have you got in there?
Okay, this is more. Okay, so you can tell from my accent, I'm from the Bronx. Hello, Bronx. I'm from New York and all that. This is a more personal poem, I guess you'd say, called The Oven. What are your chances for mainstreaming when you grow up in a Bronx pizza parlor and no one knows your name, only that you're Italian and your father makes the pizza and you serve the pizza and do your homework after school at the table behind the oven? And no one ever notices your mother, but she's back there rolling meatballs and tending your little brother, and one in the belly that will be your little sister slows her down a bit. And you will change diapers in addition to doing your homework in back of the oven and frying 10 pounds of eggplant for the eggplant parmesan, and so will your sister, who is 2.5 years younger, and you both do dishes at the oversized commercial sink. And after a while, you and your sister will divide the work, and it will turn out that your sister is better at diapers and baby hairdos, and you are better at frying eggplant. And then your little brother will be old enough to make the dough, test his strength against the stainless arm of the mixer, having been forewarned of its dangers. The little sister, the last one born, will make tiny pizzas, and there will be a photograph to remember this by, a little girl rolling pizza dough, which the family will eat in 6 tiny slices.
Okay, I'll have mushrooms, onions, and cheese, please, on mine. So will Catherine. Anyway, you occasionally push somebody else's poetry.
Yes, I do. And I'm not allowed to say who it is, though, but that person,
Why not?
Afterwards, I am allowed
okay.
to say that. But
Go
before
ahead,
I am not allowed
Yeah.
to say it. But this poem is called Will It Happen Someday? Will the ocean roar? Will the trees blow? Will the trees blow in the wind? Will the air sway? Will it sway back and forth? Will the flowers tumble? And tell me, will snow glow or stay and show its white? Or will the fall leaves leave with the birds far, far away? And when the next century arrives, will all my belongings be gone, or will they be taken over? And will my questions be answered on the day I die, as I close my eyes and as I travel to heaven with my white, wonderful wings? And will the beach be sandless? Will the ocean still roar? Will the waves of the bays go away? And will the tropical islands be very large cities? And will the very large cities turn to countries or tropical places? And will a bird be invented? Will it be born? A new one with a tail so long it drags with all the colors of the wind and grass and sky. Could you tell me yes? Could you tell me no? Could you tell me why?
And who wrote this?
This was written by my daughter, and not only by my daughter, but my 8-year-old third grade daughter. And that came out of a piece.
And her name is?
Is Sophia Eve
Sophia.
Capotorto Weiss.
Oh,
She happens to be.
Well, what a surprise! Hello, Sophia. You wrote
Hello.
that all by yourself?
Yeah.
Runs in the family, huh?
No editing required.
Even I need editing sometimes. I mean, all right, you're gonna have to work on that. You're gonna continue with the poetry, or do you have any other ambitions?
You.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
I don't know. I like art too.
Uh huh. Well, you go to college and swallow the goldfish like the rest of us, and you'll learn something. Have you been teaching her any poetry, Rosetta?
Oh, sure. We worked with her whole class. Last year we did a workshop, and I had 15 kids, and they changed their lives, I mean, basically, and, right?
Sophia, what's the most important thing she told you about poetry?
I don't know. She said that.
Read it aloud.
No coaching from the audience.
She said, share it with people and don't be embarrassed.
Okay.
Well, that sounds pretty good to me. So, Rosetta Capotorto and Sophia Capotorto, it's always great when we have a team on the show. And thank you for coming on Poet the Poet. We'll be back in a moment with Catherine Pritchard and the rest of her team, the guitar.
Yeah?
Don't go away.
Want to say bye?